Hey everybody, today is May 11th, 2021, and the last I spoke to you was, I believe, on the 5th, the day before my surgery, which, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucked. If you knew or not, I tore my abdominal wall and I had what's called protrusion of the stomach, and they had to tuck that back in and sew that up. There was a little bit of damage to my diaphragm. So it's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a rough recovery, and it's been frustrating because to be so active and so focused on your goal and losing weight and, you know, getting stronger and excelling, it's been really a huge setback, both mentally and physically. But yeah, it's been tough. It's the last 3 days I've really noticed like a steady change for the better. It's just, today I probably did a little bit more than I should have. I moved some furniture around and things. Like, I didn't really lift it, but I pushed it and I'm feeling tired. But yeah, I can honestly say, I'm not ready to 100% say, but I think that this little setback is actually a blessing in disguise, because it's really made me focus on my abilities as far as nutrition and giving me a new appreciation for being able to be active and lose weight and keep moving and keep growing. And you know, when you have something like that taken away, an ability like that, you lust for it even more. So, you know, I'm going to tackle it again as soon as I can. The doctor said I am allowed to do some light cardio at around 2 weeks. I'm probably going to do a little bit of stairs this weekend, I'm not going to lie. I have a tendency to heal pretty fast, and I don't think that any kind of strain or anything's going to happen from that. But no lifting, no push-ups, no resistance, no calisthenics, anything like that. Just a little bit of stairs. Maybe next week, by Monday or Tuesday, I'd like to maybe incorporate a little bit of jogging. Any of you that have gotten into the workout kick, you understand that when you stop, you basically get a little depressed. And you know, if you're anything like me, I'm all or nothing. If I'm not working out and doing my max and, you know, losing side vision and getting my ears to pop from my workouts, then I feel like I'm a loser and I want to go to McDonald's and eat some junk and eat some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Why we do this self-sabotage, that's something that we're going to talk about some other time. But any of you that struggle with weight, you know that we're basically always looking for an excuse to be doing 110% or doing nothing. So that being said, I really tackled this from that perspective and said, okay, you know yourself, you know that you have a tendency to do that. So this time around, tackle this with the nutrition. And that's really kind of where I think that the gifts and the lessons and the knowledge and the empowerment come from this time, because I really did. And I was continuing to lose weight this whole last, 2 weeks. So I'm quite proud of that. On a side note, I sometimes get criticized by how much I post about my progress online, and people think that I'm trying to get attention or I'm trying to get some sort of pat on the back. And I want to, just like I explained it on Facebook, I want to explain it here. 2 reasons I like to post the amount that I do. First of all, it's a personal accountability issue for me. The more I put my progress out there and the more I show people my humiliating past, my biggest secret, my shame, the more it holds me accountable to not go back to it. And that's a scary thing to do for anybody, but for me, it was, I hid the fact that I was 540 pounds for years. I avoided seeing people. I avoided reunions. I avoided friends. I avoided even some family functions because I was embarrassed. So to take control of that secret and just put it out there and put a shirtless picture of me on Facebook for 4,900 and something friends to see, for me personally, that was, one, extremely hard, but two, taking control, taking the reins to the sled and saying, I'm not going to let this control me. I'm going to control it. It's my choice now that I'm conquering this. I'm in the process of conquering it. It's my control. It's my say to say that this is where I was, and I'm owning it, and I'm taking personal accountability for it. If you want to criticize me for that and you want to make fun of me for that, or say that I'm trying to get attention or a pat on the back or notoriety, I don't really care what you say, because what you think is really none of my business. So more power to you. I can say to those people that have criticized me and that your negativity actually fuels my positivity. And that's hard. That's hard because I'm a person that, I used to fuel negativity with extra negativity. If you can be a level 7 negative, I got you beat. But I don't want to be that person anymore. And that way of showing up was what contributed to me stuffing my face and feeling bad about myself. So it's everything. It's the way you show up with yourself. It's the way you look at yourself in the mirror. It's the way you look at other people, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat other people. Positivity. Positivity. Now, I'm not positive 100% of the time, and Lord knows, you can ask any of my friends or family, I still fall short. But at least I have the empowerment and the knowledge, and I have the self-recognition, and like I said before, the accountability to try to stick to that. The second reason I like to post as much as I do is because people message me. A lot of the personal messages I get about inspiration, they're not in the comments that you're going to see on my Facebook. They come in personal messages. And let me tell you, I had one yesterday that was really, out of anything that has come for me personally and selfishly from my own personal weight loss, what was given to me yesterday was the single biggest gift and lesson and knowledge that I've received from my whole entire process. I had somebody message me thanking me because they had planned their own suicide and they saw an orange electrical cord and were going to hang themselves with it. And they saw my post and it made them realize, like, if this person can overcome a sister being murdered, if this person can overcome their mother dying in front of them, their dog getting attacked, my dog, I know it sounds funny, but my dog got attacked and killed and I had to put her down, and it was literally one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. She was only 4. My brother dropping dead, my mother dying in front of me, a relationship falling apart after 8 years and getting cheated on 26 times, it all just happened in a row. And I would eat and I would get more depressed and more angry and just work harder at my jobs and avoid. And I try to portray all of that. I try to put that out on Facebook and tell people, like, look, this was not the right way to go. Constantly criticizing and making fun of other people, which is still something I need to work on because it's just an instinct. I like to crack jokes, but it's not always kind and it's not always right. So that, long story short, that second reason is accountability. First reason is accountability. Second reason is inspiring people. I had a 3-hour conversation with this person last night, and she messaged me again today and said, I feel like a 10-year wait of losing my daughter and sadness and heaviness is taken away. And I want to thank you for that. So to me, in my wildest dreams, did I ever think that my process, my journey would ever affect anybody like that? That was a gift and a lesson from the universe that I just never expected. And I'm so eternally grateful for that. And those 2 reasons, of personal accountability and the inspiring of others, it just makes me hungrier, not only to keep going for myself, but to keep going for others. And there's been many times in the last couple of months where I wanted to quit. Even last couple of weeks when this injury happened, and I thought of doing bad things to myself and being bad and slipping to old ways. And I just kept thinking to myself, because of that personal accountability, that I didn't want to not show up for people that are looking up to me and following me, and also for inspiring other people. If I fall apart now and I completely fail and go back and become 450, 500, 600 pounds, or God forbid, die, what are these people that have hope in me and showing them that this is possible for someone that's way fatter than them and had bigger obstacles than them? What am I showing them? That I was all a fraud and it was just temporary? Personal growth and change is not temporary. It has to be permanent. Otherwise, it's not growth. It's just a temporary Band-Aid over a slash, So that's basically where I'm at. I wanted to check in and get these videos out there and just tell everybody that I'm doing okay. I'm going to ease back into my exercising. I'm going to sneak and do a little cardio, I think, this weekend, even though I'm not supposed to for like another 9 or 10 days. But it's going to be very light, and I just need to work up a sweat. I really need to make sure that the incision is dry and healed up for the most part before I break a huge sweat. So that's kind of what I'm judging the time frame on. On a side note, I didn't really address this before in my last video, but I wanted to make a pledge to anybody who's going to follow me. This channel is going to be, there's going to be some pranks and there's going to be some funny things and all that stuff, but this channel is mostly going to be about change and growth and overcoming and connecting. And I'm pledging to you that every step of my journey, as humiliating as it's going to be, I am going to show you. You're going to see a bunch of loose, flabby skin at some point. You're going to see scars. You're going to see stretch marks. You're going to see some nasty old lady varicose veins. You're going to see some flab. You might even see the upper part of a fupa at some point, because you know what? When I was 540 pounds and I would think about losing 350 pounds, I was morbidly curious about what my body would look like if I did that. Well, that morbid curiosity has been answered. And emphasis on the morbidity. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. So here's my pledge. I am going to be completely open and share probably more than you ever expect. I do have a huge skin removal surgery that's planned in January. My first phase of that. There's going to be 2 phases. You will be in the OR room with me for that. You will see that underneath this flabbiness, there are abdominal muscles, and my doctor is going to lift up this gut, and you're going to see it and hear it. So that's my promise to you. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you scars. I'm going to show you ripples. I'm going to show you dimples. I'm going to show you fat transfer and lipo every single step of the way. You have my word that there's going to be complete transparency and honesty, and I don't want to leave anything out. So anytime you have any questions and you want to know anything or whatever, leave me a comment. I'll see it. Email me, whatever. Please share these videos. If you know somebody who's struggling with their weight or struggling with a death in the family or insecurity, anything, I mean, you name it. I've had it, and I've tried to overcome it, and I'm certainly not perfect, but I'm getting there. So please reach out to me. Please message me. I love hearing from you guys. Just let me help you. Let me help me to help you. That's really my biggest quest, you know? I love to share. If I can help anyone in my process and my progress, it's like a dream come true for me. It's like positivity is contagious, you know? Let's have win-win everywhere, you know? I don't want to do this all by myself, and if anybody can learn a little something or even just be inspired a little bit or even share this with somebody that they really feel like needs it, share it. Let me help them. But you have my word. There's going to be full transparency. Stay tuned, because you're going to see everything. You're going to get to know me a whole lot better. Hopefully YouTube doesn't shut this down. Yeah, because it's going to be a little bit of nudity at some point. But you got to show the good with the bad. So stay tuned. Subscribe. Message me. If you need someone to talk to anytime, if I'm available, I'll be there for you, okay? Have a good night, and keep me in your prayers that this healing keeps going the way it's supposed to go, and I will talk to you soon. Stay positive. Bye.